A meditation called Whom Shall I Send? The name's Samuel of Samuel's Fish, the most important fish wholesale business on the shores of Lake Gennesaret. Oh, I like to say our family business has been fishy for 3 generations. Yeah, well, please yourselves. I don't know much, but I do know fish. And I know the waters of this lake, and I know the fishermen who work them. Most of them are like me, part of family traditions that go back generations. And I trust them completely. They are the salt of the earth. These guys, hard-working, weathered, tough, dependable, and they know the waters of this lake like nobody else. If they tell you the fishing is bad today, you want to believe them. If they tell you the shoals have gone too deep or have moved off into another part of the lake, then that is what has happened. Now, all of that is particularly true of Simon Peter and his partners, James and John. I have known those lads since they were kids running around getting into scrapes. What they don't know about the waters around here isn't worth knowing. They have spent their whole lives on the water. That's why I couldn't believe it that day when they landed the biggest haul of fish I have ever seen. Net after net after net of fish, hundreds of them. I'd never seen anything like it, and neither had they. And what was weird was that only a few hours before they'd been sat on this very beach cleaning their nets because they'd caught nothing all night. The fish just hadn't been biting at all. And everybody knows that the best fishing is at night, not during the day when the temperature goes up and the fish swim deeper down into cooler waters. So they come onto the beach with all these fish, and Simon Peter wasn't even grinning, like he should have been with that size of catch. He was looking, well, I don't know, pensive, I suppose, thoughtful, as if the most important event in his life had just taken place. I said to him, "Simon Peter, what on earth just happened?" He looked at me for the longest time. Then he looked at James and John, who had stood just by him. And then he looked back at me. "Samuel," he said, "we're fishing for people now." I said, "You what?" But it was too late. They were already walking off up the beach, following that stranger who came into town yesterday.